Okay, just give me a second. We're about to start. Okay, fine. Fantastic. Let's start now. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you and let's go. Okay, let's go. So let's practice, okay? It says, if Misato had practiced hard, she in this case is working with might, but it is the same use that would, remind, right? Might and would. Would or might is the same.
It's number 2.
Might not have. Okay.
3. Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Which one? 2, 3, 4, 1.
This is past perfect.
If you want, let us remind the structure that we saw yesterday.
Yeah,
before you respond.
Present perfect, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So let me open it. We're going to look at it just one second, and then we are going to continue with the activity. Here, I hope that I didn't erase it. Didn't, right? Because I was using a lot of these things yesterday. September, no, fantastic, it's here. So let's see. The structure was, for past and real conditionals, it was the following. We have the if clause, okay? An if clause is basically any sentence or a statement that starts with this, that it starts with that it starts with if, or it's basically to start the sentence with if, plus a pronoun, plus past perfect. Remember, we saw as well yesterday the difference between past perfect and present perfect. If you remind, past perfect is this one, right? With had, which basically means hubiese, right? If I had been shopping, si yo hubiese estado comprando. And we also have the present perfect, which is have, right? I have been shopping, he estado comprando. In this case, when we talked about past perfect, we are talking about possibilities, things that could have been. But in the case of present perfect, we're talking about what? We're talking about things that indeed were, okay? So now, let's come back to the structure. So it's an if clause. Later, we have a pronoun. We have a past perfect plus noun plus would. In this case, in the quizzes, is replaced with might, but it is basically the same, right? Might, would, all of them are words very similar. So it's basically the same rule. And present perfect, all right? So look at the structure. If clause plus pronoun plus past perfect plus noun plus would plus present perfect, right? This is the structure. If I had not let the door open, the dog would never have gone out. If I had talked to them, I would have gotten new friends. If I had studied, I would have gotten my 100, right? If they had played with me, they would have won the tournament. Very good. So if Misato had practiced hard, she, and now remind, would or might is the same.
She may not have made the number 4.
All right. Fantastic. There you are. As I told you, it's exactly the same, right? Just changing the word. Very good. Number 2, correct the sentence, or excuse me, choose the correct sentence. If Yuki had called you, she might have driven you there. When Yuki had called you, she might have driven you there.
Years.
Right. Yeah, very good. Remind. What is the first rule of this structure? That it must start with an if sentence, right? it must start with if. Very good. You did it pretty well. Okay. If Mayuko had been free, she, and here we have would, finally.
Would have gone the for.
She would have gone with us. Fantastic. Very good. Fantastic, Shirley. Fantastic. Okay. What about this one? If Asuna, Osuna, it just reminds me of the singer, had studied hard, she, a teacher.
I'm not sure for the present perfect, but I think the second or the
second one? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yes, the present perfect for become, it's still become.
yeah,
It doesn't change. It's become. So if it
have won the first.
Fantastic. There you are. Fifth had one. Very good. Let's continue. Number 6. Correct sentence. In this case, we have 2 correct sentences. So you have to choose 2 of these options. Please make your choice.
Ines Spears. It is second, but in this sentence, we can change the structure at the finish. I feel the second is the correct instruction for the unreal present.
All right. So there's 2 ones.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. In this case, is what? Okay. So I mean, it's a good question, the one that you made.
Yeah. Change the structure.
Yes, it changed the structure. And it is a good question because if you think about it, have you ever have you ever heard about the there is a rule in mathematics, right, that says that it doesn't matter the order of factors, the result is always the same, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, that applies here as well. So yes, I mean, given that sentences, in this case, when you organize them, some people, for example, prefer to talk. Have you ever talked to somebody who speaks from, I mean, in the other way around, who speaks like backwards? There are some people who speak like that, right? So it's possible to change it. And when you change it and you start with the finish and the end, or excuse me, the finish becomes the end, and the finish becomes the start, and the start becomes the finish or the end, it's fine. It also works. But normally, I mean, it was a very tricky question, but normally it's always, of course, in this form, because as I say, it's very unusual to find people who want to talk backwards. But nonetheless, it also works, okay? Responding to the question, yes, if you turn it around, that is to say the structure, the order, it works as well. But you must make sure that the order is well respected, okay?
Okay.
Right. Let's continue then. Okay, if Jui had gone to bed earlier last night, it
The work done, the hack bean.
okay, the third one, right? The yellow one.
Yep, yellow.
Right.
That's
yes, very good. It wouldn't have been. Yes, fantastic. It wouldn't have been. If Rebecca asked about the movie, we wouldn't have seen it.
Had not told.
Right.
Second. Yep.
Hadn't told. Fantastic. Very good. You got this. Number 9. If Emika had missed the rain, she
The first have been. Would have been.
She would have been late. Very good. Final question, number 10. The if clause can come at the beginning or the end of the sentence. The meaning, or I mean, if the if clause goes at the beginning or the end of the sentence, the meaning is different or is the same? If you change the order of the clause.
It's the same. Yeah.
Right, but notice that in this case is, well, I mean, yes, let's go. Very good. Very good. You're right. It's the same as we saw. Okay, we have the redemption question. And I think there's just one that we failed. So let's see this ones. If Fuyuma and continue.
Okay, the second, the three first.
The third one. Okay. Fuyuma would have traveled around the world if he had won $1 million. So as you can see, they are respecting the structure, but they have turned it around. Of course, right? So yeah, possible. You're not going to find many of this, but if it happens to you, remind, it's basically the same when you listen to this the other way around, okay? But very good. Oh, come on. What happened now? Fuyuma would have traveled. Oh, oh no, it was I didn't choose the with the one with the comma. It was a mistake this time. Because you said, right, the second and the third one, because you reminded the question, but yeah, but it doesn't matter. The idea is there. Conference experience, yeah. It doesn't matter. Very good. So I think that you have understood the topic very much because you got 9 correct responses out of 10. And that is a very good indicator, I think. Congratulations, Shirley. Very good.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So let's move on. By the way, do you have any question about this? Or we can move on directly to the next topic?
No, the question era the first day change the sentence, pero
yes,
that's okay.
Fantastic, very good. Okay, so let's start then with a new topic. Close this. Yeah, and we're going to open a new one. New one of this. Yeah. There you are. Okay, very good. Fantastic. So what is the thing here? So we're going to start with a new topic. And the topic is this one. This is a very interesting topic, by the way. It's a word that personally, or an expression that personally I use very much. And I think that is a very good accessory, let's say, for our speaking. Because when you speak in this manner, it sounds better because you're going to notice what this means, and you're going to remind the other option. And when people use it, it's like it sounds informal. But using this one, it's very good. So let's go. Be supposed to. That is the topic for today's class. Now let's see what this means. We use the expression be supposed to express expectations, feelings, or beliefs about how something should be. All right? Notice that. Express expectations, feelings, or beliefs about how something should be. Okay? Should be. Or how someone should behave. That is the key word or the elementary word. How things should be. Not how they must be or how they are, okay? But how they should be. Como deberían ser. How should be. Okay? Or how someone should behave. Let us see some examples. Talia says, I'm supposed to be a professional. Okay? In this case, Talia means that people expect her to act in a professional way. I'm supposed to be a professional. Let's see another example. Lisa, the movie is supposed to start at 5:05. This means that according to a schedule, the movie should start at 5:05. Finally, John, Valentino's is supposed to be a great restaurant. This means that people say Valentino's is great, right? That is to say, it should be good, right? Fantastic. So let's move this and transport it to Google document, because I think the summary is perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. It's copy, not paste. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So pasting this. Where it goes. So the topic is be supposed to. There you are. Be supposed to. So what is this? We use the expression be supposed to express expectations, feelings, beliefs about how something should be. This is the key word, as I told you. If you understand this, then you got it. Should. What is the idea here? That, you know, Shirley, when do you use should? You use should to say deberías, right?
Yeah.
You use es when you want to mean es. You use must when you say debes. Here they have three different categories in grammar. Should represents things, as I say, as this is what it is called. What is this? This is what is called subjunctive mood in grammar. That is to say, things that should be, okay? Not how things are indeed, but nonetheless how things should be. Is basically indicative. That is to say, when you are talking about facts, right? I'm gonna write down this in parentheses. Facts, hechos. Here, expectations. You know what an expectation is, right, Shirley?
Expectativa.
Yes, exactly. And must is a duty, una responsabilidad, right? Duty. So should means deberías, and it's basically in order to express expectation. Is a fact, right? Something that is a fact. And must is debe, duty, something that debe ser, right? This is the difference. Now, be supposed is an expression in English in order to express should, expectations, deberías, how things should be, all right? Now, that is the use of be supposed to. We have some examples here, as we have seen already. I'm supposed to be a professional. ¿No? Se supone que soy un profesional. I suppose. By the way, suppose is the same word that we use in Spanish that comes from Latin and means suponer, right? It literally means that. Let me put it here. Suppose means suponer. Supposed means supuesto or supone, right? In this case, the pronunciation is suppose, like that. In this case is supposed. Supposed. Could you please pronounce it for me?
Suppose.
Okay. And the second one, the one with the past tense.
Supposed.
No, it's supposed.
Supposed.
You say this, yes, exactly. You pronounce the word suppose, but at the end you add a very subtle D. Supposed.
Supposed.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Very good. Supposed. Fantastic. So that is the pronunciation, right? So as I say, suppose means suponer, and supposed, supuesto, or supone. So let's see some illustrations, and I think that it's going to help us to understand. For example, Talia, right? Our friends from a very long time already. says, I'm supposed to be a professional. Again, I am supposed to be a professional. Se supone, se supone que soy una profesional. I'm supposed. Estoy supuesta, ¿no? O se supone. No, in order to translate it into Spanish would be, se supone que soy profesional. I'm supposed to be a professional. Estoy supuesto o supuesta a ser una profesional, right? Talia means that people expect her, right? Expect her. She should be a professional. She should act in a professional manner. That is the meaning. In this case would be estoy supuesta una profesional. When I say estoy supuesta, basically it means debería. Debería ser una profesional o estoy supuesta a ser una profesional. I'm supposed to be a professional, okay? That is the meaning here. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be a professional. And here the translation. Estoy supuesta, lo que quiere decir debería ser una profesional. Estoy supuesta a ser una profesional. Debería ser una profesional. Talia means that people expect her to act in a professional way, right? That is what it means. Let's see one more example. Lisa, the movie is supposed to start at 5:05. La película está supuesta para empezar a las 5:05, right? Sorry. 5:05. Fantastic. So as you can see, la película está supuesta basically means la película debería. Right? Empezar a las 5. All right, so this means that according to a schedule, the movie should start at 5:05. Okay, those are our two examples. Did you get it here, Shirley, or maybe can I explain something else here or clarify?
No, this is okay. This is okay.
Fantastic. So let's see the structure for us to form this.
Like, algo que esperabas que pase, ¿no?
Exactly. Something that you were expecting. Yes.
Yeah.
Algo que estabas esperando. Exactly. You were expecting. Valentino's. John says, Valentino's, that is a restaurant, right? It's supposed to be a great restaurant. Debería ser un buen restaurante. Should be a good or great restaurant. Fantastic. So let's continue. Here. We use be supposed in the simple present. Okay, notice that simple present to express present or future expectations. John is supposed to be in the office now. He isn't supposed to be in the office tomorrow. So that is a very important difference. We use be supposed in the simple present. Okay, simple present, remind that. Basically the with these expressions that we have used in with have, right? Well, you basically, the idea is that when you want to express present or future expectations, you always use it with an ed at the end. Let me show it to you. And before we do that, let's get it this one as well. Oh. Okay, fantastic. Here. And number 3, before I explain this a little bit further, we use be supposed in the simple past to express past expectations. For example, Nick was supposed to arrive at 7. Talia was supposed to to press both buttons, but she didn't. So let me explain this now. Let's go with the first one. here. But let us write down the structure first. The structure would be a noun plus suppose plus infinitive. That's it. This is the structure. We have it here, here. Okay. Here you have it. This is the structure, okay? First thing you need to know, the structure is a noun plus suppose plus infinitive. Now let's see some uses. What is this called? Simple present, right? Yes, simple present. So suppose with simple present. There you are. Fantastic. So as I was mentioning, this is the idea, okay? Let's go with this. Suppose with simple present. How can we understand this? You remember what's simple present, right, Shirley? Simple present is basically whenever you use the past tense of a verb. Because remember that when you have a verb, for example, run, and you want to express it in a past mood or in a past mode, you add ed, right? Run. Or for example, when you want to express it, let's say, but run, by the way, I mean something like she has run in present perfect, okay? Oh, excuse me, in simple present. In simple present. When you talked about, for example, become, no, but actually, yes, it is. I'm sorry. Let's run here. Let's say become. If you want to say, I have become a champion. Okay. So what in this case it's not simple present. I want to change this here. Suppose plus infinitive is suppose with present perfect. It is not simple present. It's present perfect. Okay. So look at this sentence. Tell me what you see. I am supposed to be a good speaker. Look at this sentence, Shirley. I am supposed to be a good speaker, ¿no? Estoy supuesto o debería ser un buen disertante, speaker. Now, what is the idea here? The idea is that if you notice, Shirley, this verb, what tense does it have? It is in past tense, it is in present tense, or it is in a future tense? Tell me, how is it?
The present. Yeah, the specific that is the past.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. Yes, that is what I wanted. This is in past. But notice, in this case, what is the mood of the entire sentence? That is, I think you got it very well. The entire sentence, it is present or is past?
Yeah, it is present.
Exactly, very well. Because you're using I am, right? If you were, for example, with a past sentence, it would say I was supposed to be a good speaker, right? But in this case, it says I am supposed to be a good speaker. It's a very good distinction, that one that you made. So that is key and very important. Why? Because as I say, when you are talking about suppose with present perfect, what you mean is basically expressions that talked about present and future expectations and I think that yes, they were right when they say simple present, because I understood what they meant by that. Yeah. So suppose with simple present, expressions like this one, surely, in which supposed, okay? But notice that supposed, the word supposed, always works with this past tense. What changes is the entire sentence. I am supposed to be a good speaker. Because, for example, I could write this other sentence. I was supposed to be a good speaker. And what doesn't change, if you notice really, is this word, right? Suppose is always with a past tense, but the entire sentence changes. In this case, it's I am supposed to be a good speaker in a present manner, as you said. And in this case, it's I was supposed to be a good speaker in a past tense. So we are going to talk about right now this first option. I am supposed to be a good speaker with simple present. And when you see a sentence with supposed that has this present tense, what it means is that you are talking about expressions that talked about future and present expectations. That is what I mean. That when you see a sentence in a present mood with supposed, this is talking about an expectation, no, that talked about present and future expectations, expectativas de ahora y del futuro, not about expectations of the past, but expectations, expectativas, how things should be now and in the future. Okay, that is the difference I want you to understand here. That when you see, as I say, expressions that talked about present and future expectations, when we have a sentence that contains supposed and it's in simple present tense, it expresses present and future expectations. Look at it. Suppose with simple present, I am supposed to be a good speaker. When we have a sentence that contains supposed and is in a simple present tense, correct? It expresses present and future expectations. Present and future expectations. So whenever you want to talk about surely something that should be right now or that should be later in the future, you're always going to use suppose in a sentence in present tense or in a present manner, excuse me. Let me as well here write down some examples. She is supposed to collaborate with me. What does this sentence mean, Shirley? It means ella está supuesta a colaborar conmigo. And when I say this, I mean that we're going to change the name here, Mary. We mean that Mary should work or collaborate with me now or in the future. Mary is supposed to collaborate with me. What I mean by this sentence is that Mary should collaborate with me now or in the future. And how do I know that? Because the sentence is in simple present. Mary is supposed to collaborate with me. So I understand that suppose in this case means that she has to collaborate with me now or in the future. Okay? One more example. Let's say they are supposed to sleep tonight. Ellos están supuestos a dormir esta noche, which means that they should sleep now or in the future, never in the past. Can you see the difference, Shirley? Can you see what I mean here? Shirley, are you there?
Yeah, it doesn't then mean in the now or the future.
Which one, excuse me?
The sentence no is specific for, that's in the present, but there's activity quote in the this moment or the future.
Exactly. The sentence is in simple present.
Yeah.
And when you say it like this, right, in simple present, they are, Mary is, or could be I am, right? It's always talking about expectations of now or the future. For example, they are supposed to sleep here tonight. It means that they should sleep now here or in the future, right? Or for example, if Mary says, Mary is supposed to collaborate with me, what I mean by that is that Mary should collaborate with me now or in the future. Okay? What else? Tell me any other doubt. I am supposed.
In your structure for this, that is now, suppose, and infinitive verb. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And infinitive, but infinitive mean this, right? Two.
It's only
because
two.
we are, yes, exactly. Because we are not saying they are supposed sleeping, right? Or we are not saying, for example, Mary is supposed collaborating with me. We are saying supposed to collaborate with me. That is what I mean by infinitive. You remind?
Okay. I got it.
To collaborate with me, to sleep with me. So as you say, yes, we are fulfilling the structure. I am supposed to be an engineer, right? Debería ser un ingeniero. But when? Now or in the future? I am supposed to be an engineer. Very good. Yes. But let's see if we are fulfilling the structure. I am supposed to be a good speaker. Noun, yes, we have it. I. Suppose, yes, we have it. Infinitive, two, we have it. The three parts. I am supposed to be a good speaker.
In your institution, suppose is no in past.
Oh yes, it's not, but well, we can add it if you want. I mean,
you
yeah,
in
noun plus supposed.
Okay.
I mean, yes.
You can use in any moment suppose without the.
Yes, you can use it, but it wouldn't. Yeah, you can use it. You can use it, but it wouldn't have this meaning, of course, right? When you say, for example, I suppose tomorrow will rain. This sentence here doesn't mean that it should rain tomorrow, right? This sentence simply means that you guess. Something like, I guess tomorrow will rain. If you use it without the AD, it loses that meaning of should. Because this sentence, as I say here, doesn't mean debería llover mañana. It simply means I suppose tomorrow will rain. I guess, right? Maybe. I guess tomorrow will rain. So when you use it without the D, it becomes something, as I say, simple. It simply means I guess. As I told you, suponer. Just supongo va a llover mañana.
Okay, perfect.
All right, fantastic, very good. Any other questions, Shirley?
No, that's okay.
Okay, very good. Don't worry, because tomorrow we are going to polish this because we have to learn the other one, and we are going to talk about this a little bit more. Okay, but very good, fantastic. So I'm gonna save this. This is September 9th. There you go. And now there as well. Yes. And yes. Very good. Fantastic. Very good. So I'm gonna stop sharing this. Very good. I think it was a very good class that you did very well on the quizzes. And tomorrow we are going to finalize with this topic. Okay, so don't worry. I'm gonna launch the poll, so please help me with that, dear Shirley. And I'm gonna take your assistance as well. Okay.
Okay.
Practice here. One. All right, very good. Okay, there you have it. Very good, dear Shirley. Okay, thank you very much then for your company. I am going to see you tomorrow early as always, and we're going to continue with our classes. Okay, have a good night and see you tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow.